What's up, everyone? My name is Troy from TechGamesEtc, and we're going to talk about Lucy the movie. This is one of the worst movies of all time. I think it's the worst movie of all time, period. I should not have seen this after Guardians of the Galaxy because it was a complete waste of time. Now, to give you an overview about what Lucy is about and why it lost track so quick, it's pretty much about Scarlett Johansson's character, Lucy. She had to deliver this package for a friend. In this package were drugs that enhances your abilities beyond compare, but enhances your mental capacity to 100%. Because as humans, we only use, I think, 5%, 10% of our cerebral brains or whatever. And that's all it was. So she was pretty much a mule for drug traffickers. If you don't know what a mule is, the person that carries drugs in their body, period. So she gets captured, she gets kicked around, she gets abused to the point where the drugs actually leak in her body and she becomes this superhuman. You think by this story it would be great, but sadly Lucy falls short so quick. So quick. There is nothing good about this movie except Scarlett Johansson. Like, at first I doubted Scarlett Johansson. I didn't know she had the acting chops. You know, I never really seen her in a leading role or a supporting role. Well, not leading role, supporting, but I just always doubt she could handle it. But it's not really her fault. It's not really her fault. I know she can act. I saw Don John. Even she acted well in Lucy. She did her part. But the script falls short in so many levels. First of all, it was way too over the top to be enjoyable. So all of a sudden, she's carrying these drugs around, but for some reason, when it leaks in her body, she doesn't die of an overdose. You see that dish where, and it started to get too comic booky. Like once it started to leak in her, she started to climb up the walls like some poltergeist or something. Like she started to shake on top of the ceiling, and all of a sudden when she drops, her eyes turn really light blue, and she gets really super smart. But she was too powerful. She was way too powerful. She was so powerful, she really didn't have a nemesis or a boss to fight in this movie. She was that powerful. But when it dealt with the mental capacity of her, it got too far out there. It got too over the top. Like, for example, when she So she got the drugs in her. So there were three more mules she had to go after to get the rest of the drugs from, because she liked this high. She loved this high. She said, you know what, I'm gonna go after them. So she's dealing with like these superpowers beyond like her abilities. I can understand your mental capacity. She's super smart. She's super intelligent. She can learn languages. But it got to a point where she was seeing cell phone signals and breaking them up in the sky, eavesdropping on people's conversation. She was controlling electronics. She was in TV. She was in radio. She was in anything dealing with electronics. She could turn the power off and on and things like that. Then it gets to not having an arch nemesis. She was so powerful that she would just push people out the way. And the biggest fucked up part about this script was, okay, she gets kidnapped by the Korean mafia, basically. So she kills everybody else when she gets her superpowers. She comes in, shoots people through the door. She can see people through the door, shoot them through. So she gets to the mob boss who has cucumbers on his eyes and getting tattoos. So she comes up with two knives behind her back, stabs him in the hand so his hands can stick on the chair. So instead of just learning Korean, since she's super smart, she touches his forehead and starts to absorb his memories in his brain to see where the mules are at with the other drugs, instead of just speaking Korean. Then the dumbest part about this script was she left him alive. She did not kill him. And this is what I'm talking about, having a forced script. They forced that situation so she can at least have some type of enemy. But she was so omnipresent, like knowing that it took a lot away from the script. She can sense when people are coming. But the fucked up part about it, when she was going after the muse and the other drugs, the crime boss came back looking for her, and he was sitting in the car looking right at her, and she just didn't sense him. So at one point she's super smart, one point she's super dumb. The script didn't know what they wanted to do with this. Then all of a sudden, most of the script was just filler. That's how powerful she was. It was just filler. Like talking about the brain and all this other stuff, showing animals and how we come from, how they're trying to say evolution versus revolution and Darwinism and all this other stuff. And I was just like, what the hell is this? Like, really, it got to a point. Then the ending was so fucked up that it's like, what did I just watch? It didn't go nowhere. It didn't go nowhere at all. The action was dumb. Like, for example, so she steals a cop car, right? She steals a cop car. There's no one chasing her. So she decides to go on the opposite side of traffic. The opposite, the oncoming, instead of the going. Yeah, and that's how forced it was. No one was chasing her. If she was so smart, she could have took better route that went with traffic instead of against it. That's all I can really say about Lucy. I hope this review makes sense. Do not waste your time with Lucy the movie. This is one of the worst movies I have ever seen. And this movie made $44 million last weekend. And it is a disappointment. This is the worst movie ever I have ever seen. So there y'all go. There y'all have it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section. Did y'all like this movie? Go ahead and leave that in the comment section. If you did like this video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a lot. So I'll see you later. Thanks a lot.